The sky was just beginning to turn pink when Arav and his grandfather reached the lake. It was their tradition once every summer. They would wake before sunrise, pack a small box of bait, 2 fishing rods, and a thermos of warm cocoa, and walk down to the quiet wooden dock by Willow Lake. Today felt different. Big Fish Day, Grandpa whispered with a wink. Arav grinned. He had been waiting all year to hear those words. The first cast mist hovered gently over the water like a soft blanket. The lake was so still it looked like glass. Grandpa showed Arav how to check the line, tie the hook, and press the bait firmly so it wouldn't slip off. Fishing, Grandpa said, is about patience. Arav nodded seriously. He cast his line. Plop. Concentric ripples spread across the water. They waited and waited and waited. A bird swooped low across the surface. A turtle poked its head up near the reeds. The world was waking up, but their bobbers barely moved. The first tug after nearly 15 quiet minutes, Arav felt it, the slightest pull. His heart jumped. "Grandpa," he whispered loudly, "something's there." "Don't yank," Grandpa said calmly. "Let the fish think it's safe." The bobber dipped, then rose, then dipped again, deeper this time. "Now," Grandpa said. Arav pulled the rod back. The line tightened instantly. Splash! Water sprayed as something strong fought below. "It's big," Arav shouted. Grandpa stepped behind him, steadying the rod. "Hold it firm. Let it tire itself out." The fish darted left, then right. The rod bent dramatically. Arav's arms trembled, but he didn't let go. The surprise, just as the fish came close enough to see its silver body flash under the surface snap, the line broke.
Oh.
The rod jerked back, suddenly light. The fish disappeared into the deep. Arav stood frozen, his shoulders slumped. "That was the biggest fish ever," he said quietly. Grandpa chuckled. "Maybe," he said. "Or maybe it just felt big because you cared so much." Arav looked down at the broken line. "Lost it." "No," Grandpa said gently. "You fought it. That's not losing." The little catch, they retied the line. This time, the weight was shorter. Small tug. A quick pull. Up came a tiny sunfish, shimmering gold and green in the early sunlight. It wasn't big. It wasn't impressive. It sparkled like treasure. Arav's disappointment melted into pride. "I caught it myself," he said. "Yes, you did." They admired it for a moment before carefully lowering it back into the water. The fish flicked its tail and vanished. The real treasure. The sun climbed higher, warming their faces. Grandpa poured cocoa into 2 small cups. They sat side by side, feet dangling above the lake. "You know," Grandpa said, "I once lost the biggest fish of my life right here." "You did?" Arav asked, surprised. "Sure did. Thought about it for weeks. But I don't even remember what it looked like anymore." "What do you remember?" Grandpa smiled. "Who I was with?" Arav looked at the glowing lake. The birds, the dock, the quiet morning. He realized something. The broken line, the small fish, the waiting, the cocoa. That was the adventure, not the size of the catch. One. Last cast before packing up, RF made one final cast. Plop. The bobber floated peacefully. No tug, no splash, just stillness. And somehow, that felt perfect. After a few minutes, he reeled it in and stood up. "Big Fish Day?" Grandpa asked. Arav thought for a second. He smiled. Best fish day. They walked back home together, rods over their shoulders, the morning sun at their backs, carrying not a giant fish, but a memory that would grow bigger every year.